A federal judge in Washington, D.C., blocked part of U.S. President Donald Trump's executive order on election integrity. These specifically include provisions related to providing documentary proof of citizenship before being allowed to register to vote. Judge Colleen Kollar-Kotelly of the U.S. District Court for Columbia handed down the order in response to lawsuits of 3 separate plaintiffs over 5 different provisions. Trump's March 25th order on election integrity received pleas for blocking 3 of the provisions, which Justice Kollar-Kotelly dismissed. The justice, however, granted requests to block 2 other provisions that required voters to provide proof of citizenship. The first block provision sought to compel the Election Assistance Commission to amend standardized national voter registration forms to require documentary proof of citizenship. The second sought to require federal agencies offering voter registration to people on public assistance to assess the individual's citizenship status before doing so. Justice Kollar-Kotelly, appointed by Bill Clinton, ruled, "Our Constitution entrusts Congress and the states, not the president, with the authority to regulate federal elections. Consistent with that allocation of power, Congress is currently debating legislation that would affect many of the changes the president purports to order. No statutory delegation of authority to the executive branch permits the president to short-circuit Congress's deliberative process by executive order." Judge Kollar-Kotelly said she would not block the other provisions that the group sought to challenge, which cover mail-in ballots and data collection on citizenship status, saying the challenges were premature and would be best challenged at the state level. Republican-led House of Representatives earlier this month passed a bill requiring proof of citizenship to vote in federal elections. The measure must pass the Senate before the president can sign it into law. 25 states are considering some form of proof of citizenship legislation. Voting Rights Lab tracking such legislation states, a total of 15 state constitutions have explicit prohibitions against non-citizen voting. Trump's proof of citizenship orders was shot down along with 2 other federal judges from Maryland and New Hampshire, downing additional orders from the president related to ending diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs in K-12 public schools on Thursday. The rulings followed lawsuits filed by the National Education Association, the American Civil Liberties Union, and the Maryland chapter of the American Federation of Teachers. The groups alleged making federal funding contingent on whether educators squash their DEI programs violates First Amendment rights granted by the Constitution. The White House has not responded to the lawsuits yet,